Yeah, dude. I signed up for yours, man, because I know I've talked. Obviously, I'm familiar with you and Nick. Charlie, I haven't gotten the chance to get to know you yet, man. But you've talked to me about it a little bit. But since we haven't had classes this semester, man, I just have not been able to keep up with what y'all have been up to.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. This is going to be great. It'll be good to share it with you. We're just waiting for
Fletcher.
Nick. He'll be in here in a second.
Fletcher,
Yeah.
real quick before we start, can you enable my screen sharing? I wanted to show you something and see what you thought of it.
Yeah. Well, why can't Nick get in here?
I don't know. Maybe because you're recording.
No, that's not why. There he is. Hey, Nick. Sorry, I don't know why it said 8 p.m. if it said that. It should have said 3. But
Yeah, I clicked on it first and said starts 8 p.m. and I just closed it and redid it and then it worked.
oh, that's
So,
weird. Okay, yeah. So Jack, we've been in here for like a couple minutes. We were just kind of talking to him and stuff. So yeah, Jack, we're on kind of a tight time crunch. We're going in 15-minute intervals, but it's fine. You can ask questions or feel free to talk to us. So
No worries, man.
we can just start out by introducing ourselves. So obviously, me, Fletcher, Charlie,
Hello.
and then Nick.
Nick,
You're
Yeah.
get some better lighting. Hold on.
Yeah. So basically, we are MarketMe. We are a mobile application platform and website where we basically connect consumer-facing small businesses with influencers, mostly like small-scale influencers from anywhere from 1,000 to 50,000 followers on mainstream social media platforms. Our service is kind of like a dating app, but we essentially just connect them and bring value to both the influencer and the business by either monetizing their social media for the influencer or kind of doing some organic growth work for the business and creating authentic relationships. So, Charlie, you can go ahead and show him the app if you want and just like show him how it works.
Okay, you haven't disabled the screen sharing yet.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to share my screen. Hold on. How do I stop sharing? Am I sharing? Oh, no, multiple. There we go. Now you're good.
Okay. So you look.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, Jack, you got it?
Yeah. I like your guys' logo, man.
So you can type in your username.
Yeah, so this is kind of like our demo, but essentially we've, come kind of farther along and we're coming far along with it, and we're going to try to kind of get the app out there in the next couple weeks. Right, Nick? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's just everything got slowed down a bunch by obviously coronavirus because a lot of the companies are struggling right now, and so our main target market is small businesses, and they're really struggling right now. So it's kind of put a damper on the whole thing.
Yeah, I was just curious where you guys were at because, like, I obviously looked you guys up online ahead of time, just like on Google or whatever, and like I ran into like a different MarketMe or whatever, but I know it wasn't you guys because it wasn't like your logo or whatever. So I was just like, are you guys planning to be like fully like app for the near future, that kind of thing, and then maybe go desktop or something, or is that not?
Well, it's going to be both. So we're developing the platform on a thing called Flutter, and what Flutter allows you to do is you code one code instead of having to have a HTML code and an app code. You have one unique code that is translatable from desktop to app. So you make one code and it can be used in both settings, if that makes sense. It's
Gotcha.
like a new service.
Yeah, what I was going to say, Jack, what makes this kind of unique, and I don't know, Charlie, can you kind of go back to the main thing where you're swiping? Okay, well, he swiped through, but he can go back in the app and do it again. But basically, we have something called a wheelhouse, which is kind of what our logo is built around, where you can see if you click on this is from the business's perspective. So if you're a business on the app and you're trying to find an influencer, say Nick is an influencer, right?
Yeah.
He's passionate about, like down here it says passions, there would be little icons like maybe a airplane for travel or like food and beverage or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can click on these spokes of this wheel in your wheelhouse, and you can see basically kind of what your numbers are, data, like real data towards what your influence is, like how much followers you have, engagements, like just we're still working on the metrics with that. But
for social media, so each like section or color on that wheel is going to represent a different social media. So for example, we'll have like dark blue and they'll be Facebook. So if you're a company that's targeting more of an older demographic, you don't want someone that has their bar filled in more as a Facebook, or if that's like their primary social media that they use to market on. Or
Oh, right on. That's awesome.
so
Are
yeah,
you guys, so
target
when
that
you're
way.
having to do that, are you having to like work with like Facebook and Instagram and that? I mean, I know they're linked,
Yeah,
but
so
Facebook, Twitter, and
yeah, the different social medias, they allow certain permissions, and you would have to connect your accounts beforehand. And certain social medias, they allow, like for example, Instagram, you can have access to everything, their impressions on the posts, the likes, the followers, all that. And then something like Twitter, like it's available for the user to have, but they have a little bit more restrictions, so there's more loopholes we have to jump through for that. But most of the social medias that we're at least launching with, which will be Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, they generally have they allow a lot of permissions, so it's not that hard to gather that data.
oh, right on. Okay, cool. Yeah, dude, this is this looks awesome.
Yeah, and we make money basically. We charge, well, right now when we launch, we're going to allow it to be free for influencers and businesses, because we want them to get on the app and start to get a following and get attention and just kind of market it to them and let them experience,
Right.
get some business from it and show them returns. But our goal is to, in the next like few months, hopefully start charging $99 a month to the businesses so that they can have access to the influencers, and maybe eventually create some kind of tier system to like how much different influencers should cost depending on their following and their engagements and et cetera for certain categories. But yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just curious, just like on the pricing thing, like, did you guys like, and obviously I'm not like a competitor, so I'm not trying to like steal it or anything, but like, how did you guys settle on $99 a month? I'm just curious, like, is that, have you guys worked that out and it seems like a fair price point kind of thing, or is that, I was just curious.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Nick, go ahead.
So the $99 a month price point, we wanted something that was affordable for the small businesses, but also allowed. So originally we were gonna have it like the tier system, so we could have it scalable for like any size company. So like a small business, they would pay less per month to contact less ambassadors because they don't need as many. Whereas a large company, like say if we got like a chain brand on, like maybe Blaze Pizza or something, where they have a lot of locations, they would pay more per month, but they can access more influencers. But just for the initial launch, we wanted to keep it. We're going to keep it free at first, and then we wanted to keep it a flat rate before we introduce those different tier systems and subscription packages. So we thought $99 was cheap enough that they're getting enough value from it, but not too expensive to where we're like running people out, you know?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Are
We
you
don't
guys
have like hard.
Also, Jack, you got to hit me up. I'll give you a sticker when I get back to Tallahassee. We
Oh
have.
yeah, absolutely, brother. And I got one more question. Sorry, I'm inundating you guys with questions. I'm just
great.
actually interested.
Very good.
With that part, like, I'm just curious because, like, for our business, we're looking for like bigger orders on our kind of stuff, kind of thing. So I know you guys say you're open to both kind of thing, which makes sense. But like, are you with this? Are you looking maybe like partially like getting into those like bigger companies kind of thing because they have bigger followings and that kind of stuff, or are you really open to both kind of thing?
Eventually.
Well, right now we're primarily focused with small businesses, but the thing I was talking about with like the larger businesses, that's just so like we're able to scale that if our platform becomes big enough. There's a lot of money with those large businesses too, so we're obviously not going to want to like not allow them to use the platform, but our
Right.
primary focus is the small business. We're trying to make
grow and get enough attention, that would be great. It's just that a lot of our competitors, like Uptake, for example, they work with macro influencers that have, millions of followers and connect with a large audience that's a lot more broad. And we're starting off with a need, like, we're trying to create value for a certain need in the market, and that is underserved small businesses and influencers like us, like a college student who wants to make some money. So that's kind of where we're starting, but yeah, we're open to that. For sure.
Cool, man. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like you're definitely hitting a niche there, and it sounds like hopefully that'll work out for you guys for sure.
Yeah.
I actually have one more question, man, but before, I know you guys are busy, you have other stuff, but so like Fletcher, I know you texted me a while back. You said, like, do you have people already signing up for this that you're working with or whatever? Because I remember getting your text. I just wasn't sure if it was right for us to sign up for that at the time. So.
Yeah. Well, we have a splash page where you can subscribe in a sense, where you'll receive an email when we launch. But we're supposed to be launching here in a few weeks, right, Nick? So I can send you a text when we launch, and you can download the app and sign up right there, and it won't cost you anything as an influencer or business. If you want to get Saltwater Born involved, we would love that. That would be great.
Yeah, man. I'm just curious because like I've been talking to a few people through these presentations. Like I think like probably you guys, and then I was talking to Sam Lara, if you know him too. Like I'm looking at both of what you guys are doing, and I think like this might be something that we might be interested in, using in the future. So like if
Sure.
you wouldn't, so
yeah, you can get it. You can tailor your influence too. You could pick like, say you want to target market for Saltwater Born. You want to have them wearing your merch, like your clothes. You can pick an age, a demographic, like a gender, whatever your interest, whatever you want to market to. We can like tailor that to you. So we can really
right on, man. Cool. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and we would love to work with you because we're trying to get started with a business that can kind of give us a good measurement of how much better and more profitable we make them. So that would be a good thing to do for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well,
Well,
we're offering it for free at first is to get we're offering it for free in return for insights into like how this is benefiting your company. Like if you get like increase in sales from like these posts and stuff, that way we can like capture that data and then present it to other businesses and show like the value add and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. No, that sounds cool. I like how it's kind of like in that, like, yeah, I like how easy and user friendly it looks like. It looks, I know you still got to download the app and stuff, but it looks like very user friendly, which is what I like. So
For sure.
So that's awesome, man. I'm very excited for you guys to launch, man. I'm excited to see how that looks. So I know you guys are on a tight schedule, so I don't mean to hold you here that much longer, but dude, I'm excited for what you guys are up to. So looking forward to hearing more about it later on.
Awesome. Yeah, we will. We'll let you know. Thanks, Jack.
Okay, man. Cool. I think that's everything from my end. So if you guys have got enough time on there, I think we're probably good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you, Jack. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys. See you guys back at FCU.